Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Evolve Point Podcast. I'm your host, Ignideus. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Such Patonko, Twitch streamer, and Shadowverse content creator. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
And we also got Lord Kalen, moderator of the subreddit. Hi.
You found my summon sign.
That's right.
Whoa.
I think it's kind of stupid that we've made it part of this podcast to have to find a new location in park to film in every time. But it's also
this is the best change in Worlds Beyond because it lets us spend more time in park. The best feature of Worlds Beyond.
True, and it's a charming feature. Also, I gotta disable NPCs. I just forgot I didn't do that yet. Okay.
Other players, NPCs.
That's right. Guys, pretty slow news week, except for one really big thing that happened. So we'll talk about that as the main topic, and I'm sure it'll be the title and thumbnail of the video too. Before we get into it, what have you been up to this week?
I've been playing Night Rain and Elden Ring Seamless Co-op.
That's everything. That's every week.
I grinded out every chest in the chest event and did better than average by one single pack.
Nice. What about you, Tonko?
I've been not sleeping this entire week. Oh, but I've been thriving in all my gacha games, bro. I got Columbina and Genshin. I got Stella Soar. I'm one of the only people still playing Stella Soar. And I pulled New Woman in just 20 pulls. So good this game. And I got 2 of her weapons. So good at these games. So good at every gacha game except for Shadowverse
Worlds Beyond. Yeah,
I did really well on the gacha this week. I got Frieren on the 196th pack, and then from my chest I got Stark. Then I immediately started spending 50 crystals a day on Skybound Dragons to finish that off, and I got Beelzebub on like the second of those 50 crystal packs.
Pretty good. I didn't do any gacha, but I won the real life gacha. I opened Paracelese SP from my boxes. So I'm really happy about that.
I wasn't the only comment on that video to point out the way you censored Paracelese of all characters. Oh, yeah. Man.
Hello?
Triggers neurons.
Hello? Yeah, it's pretty good, though. That's probably the most beautiful card in the entirety of Shadowverse Evolve. And I got it in my first box. I'm very happy.
SPs are extremely hard to get. Normally, like, Ultra Rares are the normal chase cards, but SPs specifically are like, are they even 1 per case?
Yeah, they're really hard to get, and I managed to figure it out. There were so many SPs in the set too, though. Like there was this Merlin, Mierabane, and Gilnelius, and out of the 4, I got the one I wanted. So there you go. It was either her or Merlin that I wanted, and I was leaning towards her. So I'm not playing Rune.
Sadly, I can't afford to get Shadowverse Evolve this month because I gotta get One Piece TCG this month. My favorites.
Disgusting. I accidentally just swung the entire camera around and looked at Kalen's booty shorts. That's pretty good.
You did. That happened. I saw that.
I was trying to navigate. I was trying to navigate to the other tab. All right.
You were trying to navigate what your heart wants the most. You know it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Shadowverse Evolve, they announced some crazy things in that this week. But we are not a Shadowverse Evolve podcast.
That's true. We aren't a Shadowverse Evolve podcast. But I just we can talk about it. Like, what is an Amblin podcast? What are we doing? There's nothing else to do. We might as well just talk about it.
There's a winning prize alt art of Valmia, and we're getting Heirs of the Omens and Evolve already, and there's a serial alt art of Valharia, dude.
Oh, Tonko, that's not just a winning prize. That was for Japan champions, so it's 1 of 1 in the world, and the Valharia is 1 of 10. Yeah. So if you want it, you're gonna have to go. What's the Virgil quote? If you want it, you're gonna have to take it. But you already knew that. Yeah.
I don't think Petty can get that. Like, I think that might be a bit beyond his reach.
It might be a bit world.
Even when we get those in the English version of Evolve, I don't play game. I'm not good at game.
Yeah, it's tough.
He's got no game.
Yeah. Well, the news. Shall we begin, or do you guys want to talk about your gacha games for a little bit longer?
No, we can save that for later.
Later on. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That is true. That's foreshadowing, guys. First up, we got the Himmel event. It got extended because everybody, including us, we made an entire episode about it, about how the event was gonna fail. And thankfully, they didn't do the thing I thought they would do and put the Himmel art in the store. They just extended it by the entire month. So that's good, I guess. I think it was very optimistic that they put it in the original time frame in the first place.
This will make it run past the Battlefest, so the Battlefest will automatically get it done. The Battlefest
100%.
alone will be worth millions.
You would hope so. I would hope so.
Battlefest,
but the second Battlefest did have like a 66% drop off from the first one, but that's just because the first one was so close to launch. A lot of the player base.
Let's go for 66% more. Let's drop those numbers.
Looking at the numbers, I honestly think this Battlefest will be equal, if not more than the last.
Yeah, probably.
I think the player base did get a slight bump from Frieren.
Yeah, and all the
along with the regular decline.
And all the promos, right? Like with the HoloLive promotions and all that they did. They got new eyes on the game, I guess. But I think it's a bit odd that why didn't they just make it run the entire length in the first place? Maybe they just thought, like, let's see if we can get it done. See if it's possible.
Yeah, I feel like they lose nothing by having made the event last the entire month in the first place. It would just make the theme of the event better because it would be throughout the entire Frieren event. I guess they wanted to cut it off early because the Battlefest doesn't support having the Himmel statue, and maybe, just maybe, they expected the Battlefest to get done, like the Himmel statue to get done by the time of the Battlefest, so they could have the finished Himmel statue in the Battlefest.
Yeah, maybe. Well, whatever the reasoning is, it's good that they extended it. There's nothing to complain about here. It's just odd that it wasn't like this in the first place.
It's because the first launch milestone park event was like 2 weeks. So you gotta make the next one and the one after that. Look forward to the third milestone event where we have to get 10 million.
Again, it's the tweet that you posted, Tonka, that's like, my baby is 10 times the size as he was when he was born, or whatever.
My baby was twice the size as he was 3 months ago when he was born. He's due to weigh like 25 trillion pounds at the age of 10 or something.
Yeah, exactly. But the Frieren festivities do not end there, because there's also the weekend lobby tournament, New Beginnings Cup, that happened this past weekend, and it's gonna be every weekend during the Frieren collab, I assume, where you can get the sleeves and stickers as long as you play the weekend lobby. You guys do this?
Yep, I did quite well, except I got scammed by an Ulawan and lost.
Dude, similar story here.
Games. I would have been the winner, but on my third game, the only swordcraft I fought, because the other three were dragon that I destroyed with dragon, pulled out Ulawan on 7. It hit me twice and one of their followers once, and that changed the game, and I lost. And I only barely lost after that.
I got 3-1 with Wardhaven Craft. The 3 wins I won were really, really convincing. The one that I lost, it was against this guy called Elf Main, but in Japanese. And he was wearing the fairy t-shirt, the fairy shorts, the fairy shoes. He was bald.
The chosen one.
He was bald, had a mustache, and had the swirly glasses. And he was jumping around the entire thing. Logged on, fought me, beat me immediately, and then continued jumping around. And I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. I cannot beat the guy who is...
That's what Park is all about.
He's embodying the very essence of the class. He literally just kicked my ass with like 2 really well-timed Mirokus and Torochas, and I'm like, okay, well, there it is, I guess.
That's why he's a master.
Actually, I was gonna stabilize because I'm Wardhaven, right? But then he was actually playing the Dion list, and he whipped out Rose Queen, and I'm like, okay, it's over. Then it's over. Then I just lose.
I will say, now that I've gotten my demanded 5 wins for the Flare, I take lobbies tournaments so much less seriously, almost as if because there's nothing on the line.
Good for you. You must be nice,
dude. I don't know what are you talking about. I never took lobby tournaments seriously, and I still don't have the Flare either. It's just like an additional way to get free shit. Like nothing. You don't gotta worry about it.
It's not a big deal, but sometimes it gets tilting, dude. So for me, It seems that they changed the hours for these lobby tournaments. So for the first time, I was able to actually stream my lobby tournament.
Yeah, they extended this one. I was gonna say that's part of the news here. They extended this one to like almost like 12 hours more or something like that. It's kind of crazy.
But oh yeah, and also like it was like a whole extra day, right? Because
yeah.
Mentioned, I
guess. It started on Friday. I was like shocked. I was like, yeah.
So because my internet is a scam, I've been having internet issues lately while streaming, which affects my gameplay as well too. I had several times in that stream where I got kicked out of the game. In my first game, I was trying to clear a board. It was I was doing like Olivia with like Super Evolve Olivia and Genesis Dragon or something, go face and then trading against a guy. It took me a little bit for me to realize that like, oh yeah, I can just do Olivia. And I had just like a couple seconds left. I had plenty of time to trade. And at the very last second, my internet lagged.
Oh.
And that very last second of lag stopped me from trading. And I lost because of that. I literally lost the ping, dude.
It's a card game, bro.
I found a way to lose the ping in a card game, bro.
How embarrassing. But yeah, I mean, good. It's just like how in Skybound Dragons we had the collab lobby tournament with the Dragon Knights and all that. Just a twist on the tournament to give Frieren cosmetics. The only thing that I think is odd with these, right, is that why don't they do it first week of the set? Like,
I guess it's because it's busy. It seems like they don't like overlapping events, which is part of why I think the milestone was intended to end before the Battle Fest. They don't like overlapping events for some reason. So when there's something big happening like Battle Fest or launch weekend, I guess they don't want to bother with lobby tournament. It's because the tournament organizers are busy. They're not. They're too busy to set up brackets, dude.
Do you think it's because
about the judges.
Like for some people they log in and like overwhelming if there's too much to do? But I think it's, I don't know. It's kind of lame.
I think that's a skill issue, but
yeah, me too. Well, I mean, it does happen. I do get comments about that, especially from people who are like not as because I play the game almost every day because it's my job.
Yeah.
But like I definitely do get comments from people who are like, this game, it's so hard to get any resources, and I'm like, it's not. If you play and do your missions every day, it's not that hard. And then they always reply with, but I don't play every day. Yeah. So.
Yeah, from a casual player perspective, it can be a bit inconvenient,
exactly,
and it might incentivize you. Yeah.
I wonder if that's the case, because people, I understand fully that most players are not like me who play every day. They just play whenever the mood strikes them. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's how do you strike that balance, right? Of like, making the game, easy to access for anybody, but also rewarding people who actually invest the time into it. It's a question that they have to ask, and maybe they haven't quite fully achieved the balance of yet. All right, next up we got the Battle Fest. We kind of lampshaded this. It's coming soon, January 16th. So tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Until January 18th. This one's pretty cool. So if you guys didn't know, Battle Fest Volume 1, to give the full context, absolute shit show. And because Kuon won, even though it had no business winning, and everybody got mad and quit the game and review bombed the game. And then they fixed it by making it so that you get the rewards for whatever you pick instead of whoever wins. But in the Skybound Dragons Battle Fest, there was nothing worth winning. But now, for this one, we have the newly improved Battle Fest, but you actually get alt arts that are worth getting. So is this finally the Battle Fest that's good? Could be. So they also have a graphic here, how to participate. Choose a team, you get the participation rewards, you earn your points, and then delegate stage as usual. And you get your team's card style and emblem confirmed. It's the fixed version. So
yeah,
good stuff. How do we feel about this? I think this is finally. It took them 3 iterations, but they made a good one. It's epic.
Ooh, I was on the fence between Frieren and Frieren, but like I really like the teal. I like the teal on Frieren. But then again, you can buy park shirts after the fact for only 200 rupees anyway. So
you can buy all the stuff. Yeah, is this the thing is that for the card style and emblem. The one you pick is the one you get for free, and the others you have to buy with real money.
And they're going to be expensive, like the last ones.
Yeah, I will say it's very odd that Frieren's is a basic card, and the Fern one is a basic card.
Token.
Yeah, token.
Is it basic or token?
Well, it's a token that's generated, by many different cards, kind of like the puppet from Zwei. But then Starks is just a card that's in this set that's gonna rotate out. Yeah. What's up with that?
It's a great gold spell, but it's gonna rotate.
I thought Frieren's spell was Bugler, and that's that too, right?
Bugler is basic.
Is basic.
Bugler is basic.
What?
Yeah.
Always has been.
Bugler has always been basic.
I don't go here.
I know this for a fact without even having to check because I spent one Apprentice's Glove on it. So.
I think of some other. I think I'm thinking of some other removal silver drop. They have a lot of removal one drop spells, I guess.
Yeah. So the fact that the forest and rune ones are basic / tokens, but the dragon one is a current rotation set card is very strange. I do not understand it.
We could live in a world where it doesn't rotate, but realistically,
why not?
It's just not the right choice if you're going for value.
They really did
value-wise. I'm going with Fern because I'm infinitely more likely to use Dirt Right than any kind of forest decks. I really don't like playing forest.
Oh, I'm going for Frieren.
I'll go with the Fern. I do like Frieren as a character more, and that is better art. But
I think the art is better. Yeah. Exactly. What about you, Tom?
I hate playing Forestcraft, and I only play Forestcraft when I'm forced to in Shadowverse Evolve when puppets get support. So
yeah.
And teal do be basically your color.
Yeah, I do love the red.
I can buy that later on.
I do love the red of Stark, but it's just that card, like, it's not, to me, in my mind, having an alt art for a set card instead of a basic or a token just doesn't feel as... And I don't know why they did it this way, because in the first Battlefest, what was it? It was Foresight, which is a basic card. It was Puppet, which is a token that's generated by everything. And it was Dragon Sign, which is a basic card.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a whole point.
So what?
These Battlefests.
So it's just odd. But I guess what good dragon basics are that except for Dragon Sign, there is none.
We don't have good basics because we're dragon.
I mean, I guess it could have been Strike of the Dragon yet. I mean, that would have made more
Warrior
sense.
of the Deep would have been a great option, actually, but
no. But then they would have to they would have to have an evolve art, so it has to be a spell or an amulet.
So it would have to be Strike of the Dragon. It would be the only other option. Otherwise, they could have just done another Dragon Sign. They could have just done another Dragon Sign.
Just do Dragon Sign every single Battlefest.
It's not like the first time, right? Like in Classic, Oracle had like 5 different arts or something.
Oh, it had 3. It had 3.
Yeah, pretty good.
Wait, there was no Forte Dragon Sign, right?
No, that's in Shadowverse Evolve.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
it was just Zoe and Anime Boy.
Yeah. I think this is good. They made a good one. The only criticism I have is that the dragon card should be a basic or a token alt art. But other than that, this is just, they finally fixed it. So, good stuff. Battlefest is good. I just wish that, I don't know, man. I'm really happy that they are fixing this stuff that they got wrong, at least in some ways. But it does suck that they ruined the first impression, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, why couldn't you just done this from the beginning? A bit frustrating, but, still.
Better late than never.
I guess it's better late than ever. Yeah, that's the expression I was looking for. All right, next up we got that's right. It's a news article we covered in like Evolve Point like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and Shadowverse remembered that they did this. They won the Japan Esports Awards Esports Game of the Year last year, and now several weeks late, they are giving 5-pack tickets for it. I mean, it's nice, but I'm just like, what?
Shadowverse.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Tom.
The devs watched the Evolve Point episode. I was like, oh, yeah, we did win the thing. That's right.
You think, that's what it is?
No, I think it's supposedly, it might be because they got like their award thing like just recently or something like that.
Oh, I see. Well, who knows?
That's what one guy in chat told me.
Well,
they might not have been in office for 3 weeks.
Oh, true. December.
Everything was pre-scheduled.
Yeah,
like every update in December was pre-scheduled, so they didn't pre-schedule this because they didn't know.
That's probably what it is. Listen, to be clear, I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny that it's like,
I got 2 legendaries from these 5 packs.
It just feels like they kind of just like remembered and they're like, oh yeah, cool. Well, I mean, hey, free packs, we take it. Here's some actual gameplay news. The Take-Two redraws got adjusted, and I was looking at SVWB, and it seems like the only one that isn't buffed is Dragon, because Dragon is like 50% of all Take-Two before this change. So everyone got a buff other than Dragon to try and balance it out. So Forest,
and the
Sword...
fact that... No, you go on.
Oh yeah, Forest, Sword, Rune, Haven, and Portal all went to 5, and Abyss went to 3. And then Dragon is still at 2, just because it's apparently by far the strongest by default. So that's pretty interesting.
Like, it's not just that only one class out of 7 didn't need to get a buff. It's also the fact that 5 of them got 5 redraws as a buff is kind of crazy too. We got 5 fraud classes.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense.
If they do another Take-Two Grand Prix again, it's going to be a clown fest, dude.
Well, right now, yeah. Well, I wonder what it is. Like,
play Take-Two this set. I did 3 runs, and it was with Dragon, Sword, and Portal. And my Dragon draft was so damn bad. I got 1 win.
Yeah.
My Sword draft was so damn bad. I got 2 wins. Then my Portal draft was so damn good, but I only got 4.
Yeah.
I had Constructed Egg with 2 Lashenas. 2 of the spell that bring her back, which came up multiple times, and a Bubs, and I did so well. But in my last game, I was up against a Portal that just turned my eggs into bodies in Take-Two.
No.
So I'm looking at the SVWB stats right now, and before this change, it was, according to their numbers, like 51% Dragon, 22% Abyss, and then everyone else is below 10%. So, you know, their math agrees with the balanced team's math, I suppose. But what is it about this current set that makes Dragon so good? Is it like... Oh yeah, there's that new Silver. That card is really good. 8 cost, deal 7 damage when enemy followers summon a vast winged dragon. That's what's breaking it. That's what's breaking the game. It's just that guy who's unplayable and constructed. There you go. Makes sense to me. Just make a massive board, because that guy's a 7/7 too. So you make 12/12 in stats, 5 of which can't be attacked into, and you remove an enemy threat, and it's a Silver. Okay, that makes sense. There you go, mystery solved. But yeah, there you go. If you are playing Take-Two, just keep that in mind, that you might want to try some of the other classes now, because they actually got a fair advantage in the redraws. But I will say, like, I haven't played Take-Two since the GP, but I do have tickets for it, so I wonder if I should dive in now or if I should just wait to see where the dust settles, because I have no idea. Now with the redraws, I have no idea what's good anymore, right? So, and I don't want to waste my tickets.
I spent my 3 tickets mainly just because I needed to recoup some of the rupees I'd spent on the Frieren pack, and I'd be getting Frieren pack tickets. So now's a good time to spend your 3 whole free Take-Two tickets we've gotten over the lifespan of the game.
You get so few tickets that I'm like, man, maybe I should. I
Back in Classic, you'd be getting 1 every 15 days. And there were some in the Battle Pass, I believe. Now there aren't even Take-Two tickets in the premium passes, and obviously no login rewards. So you just get like 1 ticket every expansion.
Yeah, and you can't even play it in private matches. So I'm like, maybe I'll save my tickets until the data comes in and people who are better at me than at Take-Two can tell me what's good and how to which class of it. So I'll just wait for that, I guess. All right, next bit of news, baby. It's the most watched stats for Japan on live streaming apps, and Worlds Beyond is at 14, baby. We're still on the board.
Worlds Beyond mentioned. Wow.
We're above Elden Ring Night Rain, but we're below.
Good, justified.
But we're below, and this is embarrassing. We're below Overwatch 2. Uh-oh.
People still watch Overwatch?
What I think is really charming is Mammon King is also above us, and that's the indie game made by that one guy whose dream it was to just make that one game with all of his money. So cute. That story is taken off. That little success story, which I like. There you go. But yeah, top game is Escape from Tarkov, which is as expected, I suppose, because they just had their reset or something. So there you go.
Yeah, Tarkov officially released last month, I believe it was.
But we're still in top 20. That's good.
I'm glad we beat Night Rain. Night Rain deserves nothing. But we'll get to that later.
Tarkov wasn't early access this whole time.
Yes. Yeah. It has a full proper release with an actual story mode release.
There's a story
last month. Yeah. And
Tarkov is about something?
Yeah, it's about escaping from Tarkov, and Tarkov's a city. But getting out requires doing crazy quests and grinding and getting from different zone to different zone, extracting each zone and surviving. And I think if you die, you get sent back to the beginning or some shite.
I thought Tarkov was the game, and you escape from Tarkov by uninstalling the game.
That was the beta.
I think it's crazy that Splatoon 3 is in 9th. The hell? People are still playing Splatoon 3. That's awesome. Game's still good. Is there like an event going on for it? I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah. Kirby Air Riders just came out and it's in 20th. No. Well, it's not really a game you watch, I guess.
Enough people. Well, no. You gotta keep in mind the people that are watching it because they don't own a Switch 2, so they can't play it.
There you go. Well,
it is the 5th whole game for the Switch 2.
I just think it's Shadowverse obviously is a very easy game to stream because you get to,
when you're not getting backseated.
Well, it's one of those things where it's nice because you get to talk to your viewers. It's not that high octane. You don't have to put that much of your concentration
your
in
opponent's turn. Yeah.
Exactly, and you get to build your own decks and have a little bit of fun. So it's just an easy game to stream. So I guess it's not surprising, and it's really popular in Japan. So there you go. Nice to see that it's still successful. I don't know where to find stats like that for non-Japanese platforms. So if anybody in the comments can let me know, that would actually be useful. So we can actually take a look at that maybe perhaps in the future on another episode. But next up, speaking of things that are only in Japan, there's a Shadowverse Worlds Beyond collaboration with Mellow, with VTubers that I like, and I'm cut. How do I get this merch? Because it's Shibuya Hal as Albert, Shirayuki Raid, who's my Oshi from Neoporte, as Wilbert, Yoru Yoichi as Daria, and Pororo as Orcus, and it's a shirt you can get. Do you guys know any of these people?
Wow.
It's just me.
Well, I only know them from seeing you talk about them and the tournaments they've been in recently.
I guess the one I know the least about is Tororo, but I have seen her in clips and stuff. But I particularly want the Raid and the Hal ones because those are my boys. And
but Igni, now it's time for me to hop on Vispo because they got new EN members and there's a Brat mentioned.
They're not EN members, they're JP members.
Oh, no.
I don't watch EN.
Good enough.
I just don't watch any EN VTubers. I don't know why. I just don't. I just only watch Japanese ones. It's a personal preference. But I guess I have to go to Japan and find this now. I am going to Japan in May, so I guess I could if it's still on during that.
You're probably gonna have to hop on, you're gonna have to go hunting in secondhand stores,
or I'll have to Mercari it. Ugh, what a pain. Yeah, but probably worth. Anyway, it's the long-awaited return of Esports Corner, your favorite segment. Kaylin, are you ready?
I'm ready. My body is ready.
You had 2 to 3 weeks of no Esports Corner because there were no esports, but we are so back. Because in Japan, they're testing a new system. So basically, they had a couple of administrative issues last year where, things overrun and, the staff were, didn't have the bandwidth. And it was really odd because it's stuff that you should be able to do automatically, like score reporting. It's not a physical card game where you have to go oh, I won, he lost, etc. The game knows who won and lost, right? So it should be automatic. But yeah, I think that's among the features that they've added to their tournament software. So one thing that I will give them credit for is that instead of just letting it loose on a big event without any testing, they're holding an actual public beta test for it to make sure it works. So for the Shadowverse Online Championship, it says right here, beta test tournament. It's going to be on in 2 days, actually, and then another one on the 24th. So that's pretty cool. Can give it a shot if you're playing. I think the Online Championship, I think, is open to internationals as well. Maybe, but maybe because it's a beta test, it's not. I'm not sure. Probably not, actually. But it's just cool that they're actually doing test runs for it. And they're also doing the test run for the city tournament as well, which is like another Japan only thing. But once again, just testing the new thing for the systems. And you do get stuff. You do get stuff for being part of the test. And then it leads into the online championship in February. So I don't know, I think it's a good idea. Like don't fly the system for the first time when it actually matters. So yeah, good. Any comments on that?
No, I don't believe I do have anything to say about esports.
This is why it's your favorite segment.
As they keep improving the system, that is good.
Yeah, real.
They should continue to make it more streamlined and easier.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. Is the player-driven tournament feature in the game yet, like it was in Classic?
No. So what this is updates to their Shadowverse Navi app. I think on the that's a Japan-only tournament logistics application. But there you go. Okay, are we ready? And I want to say we're about to move into the main topic. Okay, but I want everybody in the comments to be cool and normal. Is that too much to ask? Because the main topic is a hot topic in today's world. Folks, there's a long preamble because I'm writing on the timestamp. It's not because I'm stalling. The main topic is Cygames has opened up an AI Studio subsidiary to develop and provide AI-based services and tools. And you can imagine this went over about as well as you'd expect it to online. Let's take a look at the official statement before we do anything, I guess. Generative AI, which has emerged in recent years, is an important technology that has the potential, I'm getting fucking sick reading this, to transform accumulated knowledge into the driving force behind the next wave of creativity. At the AI Studio, we will use the experience Cygames has cultivated in game development to pursue AI technology that creators can use safely and securely. From research and development of our own models to providing services and tools for production sites, we will build a unique creative cycle that goes beyond simply improving efficiency and expands creators' creativity. Through the establishment of AI Studios, Cygames will take on the challenge of creating new user experiences to realize its vision of being a company that creates the best content. And then they even have an official website for it. It's cygames.ai. Cygames has always strived to be the best in entertainment, never compromising on efforts to make visions reality. We're providing a safe, secure, efficient access to AI technology to support creators, aims to show the industry with creative minds, what creative minds can do, and armed with the power of AI, bolstered by research, effective implementations, and proficient management. Now, I think the interesting thing to note is like big questions, right? And you know, obviously when anybody hears the word AI, they immediately, you know, get the pitchforks out. And I understand why, but I think it is important to note like what exactly the applications are going to be. And one of the best ways to do so is to look at the job listings of like what the scope is for this thing, right? Do you guys disagree with that? So I guess we can take a look. AI specialist image generation. It's fucking over. Okay, it says right there.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, AI is the future, and every game's going to be using AI. And there were uses for AI in game developments to smooth out the process. Yeah, sure, whatever. Most companies are going to be doing that. Yeah, sure, if not all, perhaps. But like, there's an extent where it crosses the line of generative AI just straight up replacing the process as opposed to just being used as a tool. And they got the whole package in this career listing and this job listings.
Yeah, this is a really, really discouraging. So I think some people wanted to hold out hope that, oh, it's just for, you know, translation or it's just for this and that. But nope. AI specialist image generation is the top of like the first listing you see. then reinforcement learning engineer for game autoplay and balance optimization. I guess that's whatever. Language model engineer, latent diffusion model engineer.
I made a joke. I made a joke in response to this where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna call every card like AI generated, not just the art, but like the effect. Dude, we're gonna get AI generated effects and
AI generated Shadowverse balancing. Yeah, but I think the thing is that it's the nail in the coffin, right? Everyone's like, oh, maybe it's just back end stuff, maybe it's just translation stuff. Nope. First things first, right off the top, image generation. GG.
So we should cover we should go immediately into the non-apology for this and then talk about.
So after they made this post of, hey, we're making this AI studio, obviously
5 days later.
Yeah, literally 5 days later, after getting absolutely bombarded on social media.
I just want to highlight a specific example. So specifically on the Cygames Twitter, they regularly post Shadowverse artwork.
Yeah.
And recently they posted up Unke. Yeah. And all the comments, there was so many people badgering Cygames about like, oh, is this AI? Oh, this must be AI art. Obviously, you guys do AI now, and it's incredible watching Shadowverse specifically catching the strays here.
Well, it's because people who are fighting for it online, they don't care about Shadowverse. I want to see the same energy under the posts of games they actually like. That's gonna be the real test. Yeah,
a lot of specifically Uma Musume players were coming in, looking at Cygames EN's Twitter account, and then finding the first piece of artwork they could to start AI investigating. And that happened to be Unke. Yeah. Unke got a lot of attention. The artist that did Unke has been working for Cygames since the beginning of Dragalia Lost in like 2018 or 19.
Yeah. I understand that like the AI investigating is a little annoying, especially if the artist has been there for a while. But I think even if these people didn't actually believe it was AI, having that kind of negative backlash and like making the optics look bad in the replies is a form of protest, which I totally understand.
No, it's not so much specifically about Unke as much as I want it to be, because Swordcraft mentioned it's not about Unke specifically or Unke's artwork. It's just the fact that it's one of the most recent posts from Cygames, so it's an easy target.
And like making posts like, is this AI to make Cygames feel bad to try and get them to reverse their course, even if you don't actually think that it is AI, is like a way that people are protesting. Anyway, after all of the backlash, there was a and I really hate this message. I think it sucks. So
it's brilliant.
I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna be very upset as I do. This message is freaking horrifically bad. So after 5 days of just getting bombarded, they released this quote unquote apology to all our Cygames fans and supporters. Over the past few days, we received numerous comments expressing anger and disappointment from many of you. This was because we released a simplified announcement in Japanese concerning the founding of Cygames AI Studio without addressing any of the current problems and social debates surrounding generative AI. We sincerely apologize for the concern we've caused. We would like to take this opportunity to state that the art produced from generative AI isn't used in our products. Furthermore, we won't implement generative AI into our products without prior notice. We hold in the highest regard those who love games, as well as the dignity, passion, and heart of the creators and artists who act as the architects of gaming culture. The art for all current Cygames games and other products is crafted from the technical know-how and manual work of many of our staff members. Once again, we deeply apologize for causing our beloved fans much grief and anxiety. We at Cygames will continue to honor creators as well as champion the free expression of people, and in doing so, we will continue to strive to be the best in entertainment. Thank you for your continued support. This says nothing about...
Dude, they really hit us with the I'm sorry you felt that way.
Legitimately, like
apology.
Without prior notice, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that when they do use AI, they'll have a little disclaimer going, "This product uses AI," it's not going to stop them from doing it. And then they also say, "Sorry, you go."
The only reassurance they gave us is that they're gonna let us know when the game gets bad. they're gonna give us a nice polite notification that your game is slop now.
Yeah, and it's so annoying that in the first paragraph as well, they say we apologize for not addressing any of the current problems in social. You still didn't. You said that, and then you still didn't do it.
Yep.
So your statement doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
So from a business perspective, it's like, okay, they're already investing so much in this thing as is, and perhaps they're too deep in the process to turn back at this point. They could, best case scenario, they just quietly shelf the whole thing. Don't make a big deal out of it. Just not do it. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, and Kaylin, you go, because I could just go on. You know.
Well, I mean, all I have to say is it was almost inevitable that Cyber Agent would have to go into the area of AI development, but I really hoped it wouldn't be Cygames, their gaming branch, that did it, because just everywhere, it's pretty much universally agreed that AI in games sucks. I agree with Tanko, as he said, it has its place. I think making placeholder assets using AI is perfectly fine if you remember to cut them before release, which unfortunately game dev studios keep forgetting to cut them before release. And as for Shadowverse, I can imagine in the card development pipeline, it would be very easy for them to just generate a quick piece of card art to use. And I don't think we'll ever have any slip-ups of AI-generated card art in Shadowverse. I'm not sure if this was ever even going to apply to Shadowverse. I don't think it needs to.
It's worth knowing that at least complicated. As far as I'm aware, for Worlds Beyond, I think every piece of artwork does have their artist credit, if not in game, in the website.
The deck
I think.
portal. Yeah.
And if it doesn't show up, it might be like Japanese specific website and not the English. But it's worth knowing that if and when they do start putting AI arts into Worlds Beyond, we can probably tell by the artist whether it be that they just don't have an artist credited, or if it's a brand new pseudonym artist.
Well, I don't want to ring any alarm bells, but there have been cases in the past where the art was made in house and not from a commissioned artist, and the artist credit is just side designation with no name.
Yeah.
So,
they do that.
They could just do that.
And if I'm not mistaken, the only time we've ever really had an art controversy in Shadowverse was Pure Bomb artwork problem from way back in the day.
Yeah, that's unrelated though. That's due to an outsourcing.
Yeah. Can you give context? That was a Magic the Gathering artwork that was used as background, right? For tokens,
there was a your favorite Tanko. It was a Swordcraft card.
My favorite.
And
and
it's Vols who generated Holy Pure Bomb and Fatal Spell Bomb. And in the background of Holy Pure Bomb, it used the art of a chapel from a Magic the Gathering card. And people were like, Magic the Gathering fans were quick to go like, this is a slop rip-off game of Magic the Gathering, my favorite game. Of course,
it took less than a week for the card art to get changed.
Yeah, the card art got changed in less than a week, and
they were pretty quick.
The artist got blacklisted.
Yeah. And then funny for the Magic the Gathering players, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro then lent really into generative AI imagery, including in their D&D manuals and stuff. So they had no leg to stand on after that. And now that was a high horse I had, and now I have no leg to stand on because of Cygames AI. So I guess
we're not so different, you and I.
So I guess that means I can start playing Magic the Gathering.
I don't know why anyone would want to start playing Magic the Gathering nowadays. Okay, do you.
I was just gonna say, like, this is obviously a dog shit apology where they don't address. They say, "Oh, sorry, we didn't address the problems," and then they still didn't address the problems. Then they say, "We would like to take this opportunity to state that the art produced isn't used in our products," but they don't say whether it will be in the future. They say they won't do it without prior notice. They say we hold in highest regards those who loves games. Nothing statement. Dignity, passion, heart of creators, blah, blah, blah. Just all platitudes. Art for all current Cygames games. They don't even say, they don't have the balls to even say, and future. Just current. So, like, this is a nothing statement about, like, yeah, right now we're not slop, but we're not going to commit to not being slop in the future. They legit didn't address, like, why this studio was founded in the first place. Like, if it's true that they're championing artists and creatives, then they should clearly state what this AI studio was founded for, why there's an image generation listing, and if not, then don't just straight up. This is a straight up lie. Like, don't lie to me. You know, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is one of those cases where it's one of those Japanese cultural things where it's a company or studio picking up a technology that they don't fully understand, because the same thing happened with NFTs, where from the Japanese culture perspective, they just see AI as like the thing of the future, or can do all these wonderful things. They've only seen it in like funny reality, like funny game shows as like bits or whatever. Because there were several Japanese responses to this news that were confused or surprised by the backlash from overseas users. And there were several Japanese users that were explaining that like from the overseas has been more exposed to AI and they see it as slop. And Japanese side don't really fully understand the ethical creative issues that AI has produced.
I will say though, Tanko, the worm is starting to turn on that, because X recently implemented a button where you can just make Grok change any image, and because of that feature, a bunch of Japanese artists have left the platform. So it's starting. People are starting to understand. Yeah, even on the Japanese side too. So that's also bad timing.
Recent
for this
change has also
yeah.
resulted in Twitter getting looked at getting banned in the Commonwealth countries very soon.
So I mean, like, that's also bad timing with this announcement. I mean, I guess it's good timing for people who don't want this to happen, but like, because that Grok change, it fucking makes me sick to say the word Grok, because that Grok change happened at the same time. You know, people have started to have more consciousness about this thing. So this happening like right after that, it's like, oh, you picked a bad time to do this. Not that there was a good time, but you picked a bad time. Like a time that it was more visible, I suppose.
It's also a funny coincidence that just recently, I think it was a Shift Up director. They're the guys that do Nikkei.
And Stellar Blade, right?
Nikkei,
yeah.
And he was just recently glazing AI as well too. Meanwhile, Giga Chad, Blue Archive producer, he was speaking about how AI is slop and it leads to consumer distrust. Of course, they're gonna react negatively. He said, like, even Blue Archive devs get it, bro.
I feel like Blue Archive devs often get it. So I mean, it's not a game for me, and I don't like it, but I gotta respect it.
Well, they do listen to their player base, unlike some companies.
I gotta respect it. I also will say, to give some context to what Kaylin was saying earlier about CyberAgent. CyberAgent's the parent company of Cygames, and I think they're mostly known to be like a marketing company for the most part, and like whatever. They're publicly traded, so like they're expected to be, you know, looking into AI for their freaking investors or whatever, and they have been. They have had AI stuff for a while now, like a subsidiary that looks into using AI for you know, marketing and whatever. But like seeing it directly with the Cygames name just like completely tarnishes the brand, like, and ruins like decades of consumer goodwill. Genuinely,
it really doesn't help our reputation.
Yeah. So that sucks.
Coincidence that all of this is falling apart shortly after KMR stepped down.
He was the keystone. It's all over.
No, I'm not a doomer on this. I think we'll be fine. I don't think they ever really planned on using AI-generated art in Shadowverse and whatever they were planning to do.
I hope you're right, Kaylin. I hope you're right.
I feel like it is just that Cygames is a hydra that needed to grow new heads constantly to survive, and this was just a new head they wanted to grow.
You think so? It's like for just to give like the outward appearance that they're like a forward-facing technology company, that they had to have an AI subsidiary. Because
I mean, on the career statement, they explicitly said they want to be the leaders of AI or something like that. So I don't know, man.
I guess. I don't know. I don't want to harp on it too much, right? Because I think
I want to harp on it.
We've made our positions quite clear. We all think this sucks.
Well, but, I was gonna say, I just want to say, like, as this progresses, there's gonna be more people protesting that Shadowverse is gonna keep catching more strays. But people don't realize that Cygames has a very clear Achilles heel. Cygames has the most popular IP, Uma Musume, that they constantly have to They constantly have to dance around potential dangers with the Umuso IP because they've had to make so many changes to comply with so many things because of the owners of the horses that are in the game. So if Uma Muso if Uma fans actually tried,
if Uma fans were unhappy about this and like voiced their displeasure, I think it would get them to listen. For sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, because when Uma first came to the West, we were confused about like they explicitly said like no R18 content, and they actually do crack down on that. And the reason why is because there was an incident where someone explicitly sent like gore of one of the horses to the real life horse owner. And so we're in a unique position where if the moment that Cygames produces an AI artwork of a specific horse, there's a possibility that you could voice your feelings of like, oh, this artwork is AI generated. It makes this horse look bad, stupid, useless, weak. This has negatively impacted my feelings around this horse and has tarnished the legacy because it's clear that Cygames does not respect the legacy of this horse and so on and so forth. It's just a thing that could happen.
I would say that is probably the one that would get them to listen the most.
It's the easiest, most like for sure weakness that Cygames has.
So I decided to look at the review
what does Shadowverse supposed to do, right?
Of Shadowverse What's Beyond from the moment they announced this, and it did only get a few dozen negative reviews on Steam from the AI Gen announcement, but the review score as a whole has only managed to creep up to 37% since launch, which is kind of crazy with how low it went. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond launching as the third lowest rated game on Steam, undeservedly so, I would say.
I think
especially in retrospect with the economy.
I think Tango, the question is, do Uma players have the balls to put Uma Musume on the line for their principles? That's the question.
Probably not, considering they support gambling implicitly. Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right. We've already generated enough discourse in the comments section.
Generated.
Any other hot button topics you want to talk about before we wrap up? Guys, we have this new segment called the Letters segment, where instead of doing a viewer question that I have to come up with every week, we just pick one comment each that we like. So, do you guys have yours already? If not, I'll just pick one out first.
Yes, indeed, I do.
Go for it. Go for it, Kaylin.
Wait, where'd it go? No. Oh, okay, I found it. From Waitwalk 8113. Need Kaylin to turn this into a turn the Shadowverse podcast into a Night Rain podcast.
Oh my god!
Will bribe with friendship gift tickets.
No, we're not doing that.
I've been trying to get these two little cheeky brats who I can't wrangle to play Night Rain with me, but it's damn near impossible. Anytime that they are both online, I'm tired. I gotta edit a video.
Every time we're both online, it's like 2 a.m. for me. I barely slept this past week.
Simply don't sleep anymore and play some Night Rain with me. I need to do it. It's like it's an addiction for me. I gotta get into the lands.
You don't even like Night Rain. You've been talking shit about the DLC since it came out, and then
it's
meanwhile,
a terrible
you're
DLC.
Like, why do you think I want to play Night Rain if you're talking shit about it the entire time? You're like, this game is dog shit. Want to play it?
Yeah. A dopamine injection of winning after wasting 50 minutes getting to the boss. Grand. Absolutely brilliant.
Damn,
I've only got to get 7 whole wins.
Oh my
god.
god.
Done with the game.
Kaden, between Night Rain and Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, when are you going to play a game you actually like? Bro, pick a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, so in 2025, I only played 4 new games. And Night Rain, Oblivion Remake, Borderlands 4 and Worlds Beyond. So I picked a real fucking bad batch of games to play last year. I'm just not happy anymore.
Well, thing is, Kaylin, we beat the Night Rain bosses. I just don't really see the appeal of running against the runs in Everdark mode or whatever over and over and over and over again. And you know what I did? What we got when we beat the story of the DLC? We got a fucking PNG, bro. There wasn't even any fucking dialogue. Game is so ass, bro.
In the nuts. That's it. That's all you get. I am of the opinion that Ishizaki, the game director of Night Rain, is not him. Take him out of the kitchen. Put Miyazaki back.
The thing is, Kaylin, Miyazaki's making the Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive next.
Duskblood! No one's gonna play because nobody has Switch 2s and is probably gonna run terrible on the Switch 2.
Probably.
Considering it's an 8-player PvPvE game, basically an extraction game from what we know, doesn't sound like it's gonna be a particularly grand time, especially on a damn Switch 2.
Yeah, nothing you like exists anymore, and we live in hell.
It's not just few people have Switch 2, it's also that the few people that do have Switch 2 are Disney adults that only play Mario Kart.
Oh my god. You guys are so... The AI talk has us being so incendiary today. We're just starting fights for no reason. Now, I'm staying on our trouble, all right? Any hate mail, go to twitter.com/suchpatanko.
Oh, that's rude.
All right.
Speaking of mail to Such Patanko.
That's right.
So we got like 2 separate comments from ChuniLord5619 and ThomasStan6641 specifically asking for Tonko to talk about Blue Archive for 10 minutes on the next episode. And I will do just that. So the recent Blue Archive update came out, and we have the new School of Wild Hunt that just came out. And I'm so good at this game. I pulled for Kanawe, who is a fluffy, gloomy, stinky Menhera. I pulled for her, and I got her in only 20 rolls. I tried going for Area as well. She's the witch girl with the big witch hat, and you know what they say about big witch hats. Am I right, boys? I haven't pulled her yet. She's really bad, and you don't need to be pulling for her anyway. She doesn't really do anything, but I just like her for her big hat. And there's not really any other balance I'm looking forward to for the next several months.
Okay, you got 9 more minutes.
I got 9 more minutes. Oh boy! So recently, I don't know if you guys ever heard about this, but you guys heard like a year or 2 ago there was this whole drama about ex-Blue Archive devs were making their own game called Project MK or something like that.
MK Ultra.
It's literally MK. Yes. It's literally Blue Archive, but with like sword girls instead. But these were ex-devs that were literally stealing assets and resources away from Blue Archive while they were still with the company or something like that. Okay. So there was this huge controversy after this game got announced, and they pretty shortly canceled development on it after about 2 weeks of backlash. But apparently another company has hired they've hired the director of Project MK Ultra, whatever it was, and I guess the plagiarized katana Blue Archive at home might still become a thing. That's a whole rabbit hole of drama that I'm not equipped to talk about, and that's beyond the scope of these Shadowverse podcasts. But you told me 8 more minutes now? No, I don't got 8 more minutes.
I like how you went on, and me and Kaylin have nothing to say because you don't play this game.
I don't play Blue Archive. I like the train. That's cool.
That's cool.
The train's cool,
funny
I guess.
Train girls. Yeah.
Gacha games are evil, and if Blue Archive was a real game, I'd play it. So anyway, are we talking about Brown Dust 2, or do we want to stay monetized?
We're doing a lot of... this is going to be the most controversial episode yet. I'm not reading the comments of this episode, bro. I'll tell you that right now. I'm uploading this. I'm not touching it.
Oh, but you have to read the comments for the next viewer thing.
Next week, I'll just make one up for the viewers.
Actually, I have a proper question of the week if we want to go back to the classic format for this episode.
Sure. What's your question?
I have a question.
Sure.
Hey, chat, listeners. What do you think is going to be a class that gets the first AI generated card?
No.
No. Dude, I hate to say it, Tonko, but because of thematics, it'll be Portal.
Oh.
Yeah.
They'll make an AI
as far as I'm
generated Yudi with a new costume.
As far as I'm concerned, Polarcraft already has the first AI called it's Yudi.
Belphomet would AI generate things. Yeah,
that's right.
It's in his soul to do
3D
such a
print it, dude.
He has an AI chatbot girlfriend because all his. I can't keep talking. Never mind. I'm going to stop.
Baphomet literally sucked up, ruined all the resources of his planet for the sake of his robot development. So, like, that's literally just AI. That's literally just generative AI right there, actually. So, yeah. Checks out.
True. And in terms of my comment that I pick, there are none that are addressed to me. They only addressed you and Kaylin. That's fucked up. What the hell? Wait, no, there is one. God Metal Gator says, I'm wanting to ask Ignideus, what should be the time a Worlds Beyond player should play this without getting burned out? I had been loading favor coming in daily, or even thonk snout grinding level. What's he saying? The comment doesn't even make sense. Play the game if you enjoy it, and don't if you don't feel like it. If every time you play a game like it's a job, like it's a gacha game or whatever, you lose. There's more to life. And just play it if you want, and don't play it if you don't want to.
Everyone has a different tolerance for burning out, and if that's shorter than doing your dailies, then maybe Shadowverse isn't for you.
I've always felt this way.
Even with you can do your dailies in single player modes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of casual players miss, is that your dailies, except for the ranked ones, can be done in solo mode. So you can just do those against the crust bots, which you kind of want to be grinding anyway. So
yeah, I always say this, and it's the way that my sister plays gacha games as well. She just plays it when she feels like it. She doesn't feel pressured to do the dailies, especially in gacha games that don't have a PvP. I guess in Shadowverse it feels a little more pressure based because you want to get the resources so you can PvP. But if you're grinding chess, even though you don't need the freaking 50 rupees for it, and you're killing yourself over it, just don't do it. just play when you want to play.
I play like 10 different gacha games. I am the problem. I'm the reason why the industry is the way it is. But I don't like maximize, min-max every single game, do all my dailies, do all my missions or whatever. I just do whatever I feel like doing that week or that day.
Just play exactly.
You don't have to force yourself to do the thing, and you don't have to get baited by fear of missing out. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to afford so and so. It's not that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep. It's kind of annoying to grind for cards, to grind for virus when you're starting off, but it is a thing. As you play more, you are going to get more copies of cards, even if it's cards you don't want. You are going to generate virus naturally by getting duplicates of cards you already have. So over time, your viral collection is going to build up. There's plenty of casual or free-to-play players in Shadowverse that just are able to still afford all their cards anyway, despite playing casually or so on and so forth. But it kind of is like, it kind of is, I'm going to admit, it kind of is survivor's bias in the sense that a lot of people have survived, have been able to make it work, but it is kind of a pain in the ass. So I get it if you feel burnt out.
I just feel like,
for as much as I hate the daily login pack, it does at least give you a fair amount of vials and then the occasional very rare legendary.
I just feel like if you are being beholden to login timers and daily quests, and you feel like you have to do it even if you don't feel like it, then you've lost the battle against the psychological analysts that these game devs use to try and keep players engaged for as long as possible.
Dude,
do not fight that battle. Just like disengage if you don't want to play. That's what I think. Yeah.
I was just saying that, like, before we started recording, I hadn't really logged into Shadowverse. Like, I haven't really been playing since my last stream when I got Grandmaster, so I haven't played the past couple weeks. Not weeks, oh no, I wish. The past couple of days. So I missed out on a whole bunch of chests, but fine. I was only gonna get 2 packs from like 20 chests anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep.
Alter your life to fit the game, you know? Just put the game in your life. That's how I always feel about it.
Meanwhile, when you can when it's convenient.
Chest events, get every single chest and then record it. And whenever somebody asks how good are chest events, I can just tell them, you are going to spend like 4 hours a day for 10 days straight, opening 50 chests for 8 total packs. Is that worth it to you?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, it's only worth getting all the chests if you're just grinding that day anyway.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will see like these missions put in front of you, and I've got to do all these missions. You want 100%, but no, you really don't have to force yourself to do that kind of thing. That's why I'm able to balance out 18 different gacha games, is because I'm not a completionist. I just kind of play what I can, whatever I feel like.
Real. Also, that's it for the podcast, but I also just wanted to say, while we were doing this letter segment, I was wandering around in first-person mode, and it really does make the park feel more alive when you're wandering around in first-person mode. I wish there was a way I could just default to first-person mode.
On your keyboard. Put the camera up. You can see from different angles now.
But I just think that being in first-person mode is cool. I like it.
It'd be nice.
You get like, I wish I could do this outside of camera mode. Like, I get to talk to Mai like this. Like, oh my god, I'm shopping at my store. This is cool.
Yeah, and then there's fun. Being an egg
Fun high.
You can see the Amari visage.
Is that Amari? Wow.
I just think this is unrelated, but they should make they should just add first person mode without the camera.
I agree. They should add a lot of features to Park that they don't have. Like, I would like, we've got these pack opening kiosks. Can we have ranked kiosks where you can just go up and do ranked, or maybe even just tables where you can sit down and do ranked? One of the most basic features, let us queue for games while sitting down on the benches, because we can't do that right now.
So that we're not just standing around.
I think they should add a third-person mode to the card fights.
What is that?
Whoa.
It's just like coming up with a table of playing cards.
Can't even read the cards because your big head is in the way.
Playing ranked in third-person mode.
All right. Well, that's it for the podcast. Thank you all for listening. It is going to be the most controversial and hot button discussion topic podcast that I think we've ever done. But please keep it civil in the comments. Talk about it normally. Don't start fighting. Okay? It's fine. Say your piece and then log off. Also, I'm probably not gonna read it anyway because it's too much. Because not only did we cover the main topic, which was already a controversial topic, but then Kaylin and Tango added like 3 more controversial topics on top of it. So that's great. All right. Well,
I think it was called Project KV. That's what it was. Anyway.
Okay. Sure. That's it for this episode, guys. You can find Such Patanko on Twitch and YouTube at Such Patanko. You can find Kaylin at Kaylin, Lord Kaylin everywhere, and then Kaylin Swan on X, I think. So there's that.
The everything app.
That's where I do my banking, dude. Grok put this man in a micro bikini.
That's where I do my grokking.
Oh, no.
And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't do emotes.